All right, we got a let's see. Moisty BLT. Wait, what did he say? What does he need help with? Decision making and positioning. Fucking easy, can't. Lose, but we never find. Chat, bring out your pen and papers. This VoD review is going to be on the final test. Bring him out. Broke me down and I'm alive. Say we'll never lose. They would never find. It's all be there, but I'm alive.
Hey now, what is that supposed to mean?
Mr. ID, can I go to the bathroom? Holy fucking shit. Okay, fine, go to the bathroom. Go right now. Go right now. Don't knock anyone's fucking hydro flask over. Don't knock anyone's pen and papers over. Don't kick someone's bag. All right, you just fucking go. Go. You got 2 minutes. Yeah, that song was "Bleed Me Dry" by Memphis Mayfire. Pretty good band. Alright, chat. I'll be ready for the VoD. Are we ready? The one thing I need from you, chat room, is whenever there is a whenever there is an ad or something like that, you let me know so I can fix that and we can pause the VoD for the non-subbies. Yeah? Yeah, fucking in it, yeah. Good. Hold on. Oh, what the fuck? MMF sounds different nowadays. It does. He kicked my dog on the way out. Bro, stare him down, chat. Stare him down. Alright. What the actual fuck is happening? What is this love for? Pippin ain't easy. What's the 20 bomb for, brother? I mean, I fucking appreciate it, but that is fucking massive. Jesus fucking Christ. God damn. I hope that helps with the ads. Why are you so kind? It's a fucking 20 bomb. I'll need y'all to fucking :3 or IDD Chong from my boy Pippin with the 20 bomb, dude. What on earth? Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. NSH and Slime does not have IDD Chonk. That is hilarious. That is hilarious, dude. Imagine not having the chonk. Alright? Imagine. I appreciate the VoD reviews. I've learned so much. I'm glad, man. I'm really glad. So, Moist. Or Moisty. I'm just gonna call you BLT. Fuck it. The enemy team is running Reinhardt, Genji, Junkrat, Sen, Moira. Your team, you have Hammond, Cole, you have Moira, Sen, and then someone we don't really know just yet. I don't know what this is going to be. But I'm going to be honest with you. Looking at a team composition, it looks like you actually have the better comp. I actually favor Hammond here more than I favor Reinhardt. Just because of like the high ground and everything. You know, the Reinhardt tends to get split from the DPS and the supports quite a bit. And that's why I like Ball on this map a little bit better. But we'll see what happens. But obviously you want me to criticize you on positioning a lot, so that's what I'm gonna do, right? I am going to be I'm gonna go haram on you, dude. I'm half an hour late. That's just no. I learned so much from the VoD reviews. I'm so happy, man. That's good. Anyways, let's resume and see what goes on.
Moira by your side. Brigitte at your service.
Okay, you have a tracer and a brig. Oh. Yeah, so I can say straight off the rip, if you don't know kind of what comp they're playing, and obviously we don't because it hasn't been 15 seconds yet, so you can't really see. You need to be really careful in this particular case, especially up here as a Cole player. I'm sure you've seen me play Cole here on this point a lot. The way I approach this point is that if I play Soldier, I always go high ground. If I play Cole, I actually wait right here on the bridge a little bit to kind of scat out and see what I can see. Generally speaking, the reason why we do this is because I kind of want to see what they're doing, right? In the offset that they have like a Junkrat or a character that spams a lot, playing out here is a fucking death sentence, right? But I do like the fact that you kind of, you heard the Genji, you went forward, you tossed a nade on him, and you probably should have won that duel, but instead we get hit by the nades, right? In this particular case, it's enough to kind of like go out a little bit, see what's going on, and then back off just a tad bit. You don't really want to pressure until you're balled as a pile driver, right? The reason for that is just simple, right? If the enemy team gets pile drived, they're probably not going to focus you at the same time, which gives you a little bit more leniency to actually peek out and do some damage. But you kind of want to play this safe until you know exactly what you're up against, right? So I don't think that your play was bad. It's just so that we weren't really aware of what they were playing, and unfortunately the Junkrat started spamming, and that kind of lined up with the dash, and you died, right? So if you played this a little bit more safe, this could have been avoided. I don't necessarily think that you did something wrong. It's just that we could have played that better. Death ain't on my doorstep yet. Not really a huge fan of break in your comp, I'll be honest. Not a huge fan. Oh, if you used your nade a little bit earlier there, you would have survived. Need to be a little bit quicker. Every single time a Genji's refight comes out of like the actual animation, you fucking throw that nade straight away. We don't wait for whatever reason. You throw it immediately. That thing is a Genji killer. So if you used it a little bit earlier there, and you're a little bit more prone to understanding when the cooldown is off or his animation is off, you would have got the kill and wouldn't die. But that comes with time. I'm just pointing it out though. Okay, Brig gets the Genji, not bad. Nice shot on the Junkrat. Okay, chat, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to explain what goes wrong here. What is our boy BLT doing wrong? In this particular moment here, what's happening? What's going wrong, chat? What are we not doing great? What are we not doing right here? Where is it? Where is it going wrong? Target priority? That is correct. That is absolutely 100% correct. So, in particular case, right here, I see that you're kind of like locking in on the Reinhardt because a lot of players tend to move towards the target that they're focusing on. That's just a human reaction. That's what a lot of people do. You walking to the Reinhardt leads me to believe that that's the only thing that is in your mind right now. But the thing is, there are far more scarier targets in the open field, right? You have Zenyatta on the left. Easy kill. Absolutely easy kill. All you need to do is roll flash, hit once, and he's dead, right? That's one kill right there. That's a much, much better target. If the Reinhardt's just standing there holding up his shield, effectively he's not doing anything. He's not gaining ult, he's not doing damage, he is essentially just a bullet sponge, right? On top of that, there's also Moira not even behind the shield when the fight starts. Could have aimed at her as well and forced the shift out. And then third, the most important target, according to me at least, is the Junkrat, right? The Junkrat's going to do an immense amount of damage. And he is also kind of like jumping back and forth a little bit there. I'm not sure how great your aim is, but in this particular case, I would never focus the Reinhardt. The Reinhardt's going to die in due time. But instead, we saw the Sen on the left before we took the staircases down. This should have been an instant kill from you. This right here. You kill him, you win the fight, right? You kill the Junkrat, you win the fight. In my opinion, a Reinhardt is good when the rest of the team synergizes well with him. His team does not synergize well with Reinhardt at all. So leaving him there with the shield up is completely fine. But if you want to get to the next level and you want to be the decision, like you want to be the deal breaker in these games, target priority is everything, right? The positioning is fine, but I would have killed the Sen immediately upon knowing that he was there. But it was a good that you called it out, Green. That was well done. I'm glad you pointed it out. See, I see that you got scared because of the Discord there, but it doesn't matter. You should get that kill. Ooh. Flashbang? Fuck it, dude. I don't care what we call it. Flash, dynamite, fucking boom boom, wannabe, fucking wish.com pulse bomb. I don't know what the fuck we call it. You guys get what I'm saying.
Damn it.
Sorry, I have to sneeze. My bad. Nice. Oh, look at the bridge. So I want to point this out because obviously the more I used her shift, and there's only one way she can go, she obviously died to your support, which is all fine and dandy. But instead, I'm a little bit concerned because we walked down right here, right? And we knew the more was going to come up here. My concern here is that I don't know what happened, but you should always be looking up here because we know the more I use defensive. So there's only one way she's going to go, and it's here and it's down here, right? My problem with the way you handled this is that you weren't even looking up. You didn't even care. But in a higher rank, that Moira was most probably going to survive, and it's up to you to finish off the kill when she tries to escape, right? Now, your support killed her, and a lot of people in chat might be like, okay, that's kind of redundant. Well, the thing is, I'm trying to make you a better player overall. I'm trying to make you as efficient DPS player as I possibly can, and small things like these actually help, right? So for the next one, I want you to actually try and finish off the kill, and just position yourself accordingly to take off that cooldown when it comes off, right? And then so I can kill her straight away. It's a small thing, but I want to point it out anyways. It will help a lot. That's ballsy. Hey, look at that. Worked out.
Don't know when to quit.
That's a poggers, chat. It worked out. He baited the Rhino ult on purpose. What a legendary player. That's how you know this is Masters.
Watch here. Over here.
He shifted out of the map. Typical GM reset. Typical GM reset, chat. Am I right? Nice shots on the Junker Queen.
Much. Chew on that.
Nice shot. Oh, that's ambitious. Nice kills, man. Okay.
I'm really feeling the watch and learn.
That's nice.
I never miss my mark.
Yeah, forced a recall. That's good. And she decides to be okay. High noon for making sure they can't touch the point. I mean, look at the brig. Look at the fucking brig, chat. Body blocking with the shield.
Score.
Everyone in chat who voted silver or fucking bronze or gold right now is panicking. They're panicking right now. They're like, wait, hold on, that's not a silver move. That looks a little bit iffy.
So what have you been up to?
Ooh, that'd be kind of scary, chat.
Oh my gosh, Lena.
So that's a no?
I'll tell you later.
What was that? What was that voice line?
Hey.
What?
Ready for battle.
What was that voice line? Hold on.
So what have you been up to? Seeing anyone?
Oh my gosh, Lena.
So that's a no?
I'll tell you later.
Disgusting. I thought this game was PG-13. I know there's ads. Chat, I know there's ads. Don't worry, I got you. I got you, chat. Woo! Okay, let's go back to the VoD, shall we? Alright. Me down, bow, bow, bow. You will never lose. Okay, let's get back to it. Good round, BLT. I mean, obviously we pointed out some of the positional errors that were happening here. I want to see how you deal with the Widow.
3, 2, 1.
I want to see it. I want to see how you adapt.
The objective.
You little frog.
One more of those and we can go home happy.
Wait, what? It's cool that you do this, but doesn't this disincentivize people to sub to you not to have ads? It's cool you do it, but doesn't it decent? Well, okay, so primarily for me, right? I don't really care that much. I don't really stream for the money. I'm basically streaming to educate other people and make sure that people have a good time, right? Obviously, I'm lucky enough to call Twitch my job, but I'm not gonna gloat, right? I'm surviving every month. It's all good. If people want to sub, they're gonna sub, whether I tell them to or not. You know, it's that easy. If they don't want to sub to me, that means I'm doing something wrong and I need to do better. It's that simple. So for me personally, I think when it comes to educational content, it's very important to make sure that everyone can enjoy that type of content. You know, educational content should not be locked behind ads so people can't hear. Instead, I would rather just pause and wait because it's supposed to hit a larger audience and not just my subs, right? So for me personally, if I can help one person and then a couple of others in the chat, I would much rather wait for the ads so everyone can harbor the knowledge and get better. And then it just goes full circle. I'm not a streamer that will lock things behind money because that doesn't make any sense. There's plenty of people in the chat who wish they were a sub, but they don't have the funds to. And those are the people that I primarily wait for because been there, done that, dude. And that's just the reality of the situation. Some people just cannot afford a sub on Twitch, but they would much rather learn and get better. And I'm not going to lock that behind not being a sub. It makes no sense to me. Hopefully that makes sense.
Shields up.
Okay, that Widow already got a double.
Careful.
Jesus. Alright.
Eyes out.
Okay, your ball needs to... It's a good shot by him, too. Okay, we are 100% dead here. I don't think your positioning was bad at all. The one thing I would have done a little bit differently here, and if you watch my streams, you know this. If I play Cole in this point, I always go out on the left side, and the reason why we do this is because we kind of want to figure out what kind of comp they're playing. 99% of the time, they have a Widow, right? And if you play the left side, you're not going to get hurt by the Widow until she pushes down main. If she pushes down main, she's probably already dead, because that's the damage fall off where you do full damage. Playing on the point isn't necessarily... Playing down on the point isn't necessarily bad. It's more so a play that you should do if you have the point and you need extra stalling. It's completely fine to play down on the point, but playing here before the point even unlocks is completely okay, and it also gives you a little bit of an overview of what's going on. And if they try to harass you, you can kind of move backwards, and down here there's obviously the health pack, right? That's how I would approach this point as a Cold player, but I don't necessarily...
Have my prime sub purely for how non-greedy that is.
Thank you, Nugget. Thank you. Thanks for the 2 months. I appreciate you. Yeah, chat. I love that guy. But yeah, I would always start here before the fight starts to kind of like have an understanding of what's going on, right? I wouldn't say that that's bad. That play should more be done if you have the point or you're trying to take the point. But before the point unlocks, always try and play left side to kind of get an overview of what kind of comp they're playing, yeah?
Death ain't on my doorstep.
I aim to devastate.
Okay. We're going VoD. Now you got me all excited. Let's see it.
I was always
Okay. Good shot. Good use of the grapple.
how ungrateful.
Small thing, when you grapple hook, make sure you jump just before it ends, so you get that extra little distance on you, right? Otherwise, you kind of grapple hook and you jump too early, you kind of get stuck in the animation, you kind of get stuck where you grappled. Can sometimes lead to you dying, so just make sure that you jump after the grapple hook so you get that little extra momentum, a little bit of extra safety. Okay, let's see how you play this position-wise.
I'll just take the objective.
Okay, now we know that the Widow is playing low ground. Almost. Okay. Confident. You seem very confident on the Widow. That's not a grapple hook that I would do per se, but you seem confident in Widow, so fucking go get it, girl. Okay, nice shots on the Sen. Nice shots on the Moira. Nice shots on the... I'm sorry? Why were we playing
No
Cole?
one can hide from my sight.
I'm sorry, dude? Why are we playing Cole again?
Enemy over here.
Fucking slaughterhouse, man.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Okay, you both have ults. Small little thing. Alright, very small thing. You pop ult. She pops ult. never ever lock in to the Junker Queen like this unless you know for a fact that you're going to kill her. Giving away your position like this, just directly where you are, and for her to kind of like dry peek you in this particular situation, she has the advantage in my opinion, because your vision is about to run out. She just popped hers. I would be very careful about giving away your position here, right? I mean, truth be told, you could do a shot and then leave, but in this situation, I would actually wait, and I wouldn't shoot the Junker Queen there at all. I would kind of just relax and see if the Widow peeks you, and then take the 1v1 like that, right? It's very, very important that you need to understand that your vision is about to run out, and I don't really think that you're going to move your position from here, so we don't know what's going to happen, but what I think is going to happen is if the Widow survives there, your vision runs out, she's going to grapple up and try to get a shot on you, and if you die there, effectively the fight's over, right? A Widow duel like this, when the Widow is alive, is all about playing it smart. If you have an easy kill, take it by all means. But if you know for a fact that it's a 50-50 whether you get it or not, it's better to hide your position a little bit better and sort of like drag her out, if that makes sense. Also, Toaster Bath, 713 with the Prime as well. I appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Nice kill on the Hanzo. Okay.
That's better.
Gotta be careful here. We don't know where the Widow is. Okay, now we know where she is. She's playing left side. Okay, okay. Are you gonna grapple up? Oh la la! They have a Hanzo, so we gotta be a little bit careful with the Sonics. Yep. I figured that would happen. The Hanzo most probably called you out, voice chat or whatever. The Widow instantly knew where you were. She also heard your shot, and at that point, I would actually play it more safe. In a duel like this, I'm actually going to touch base on this a little bit, chat, and I want you guys to take your pen and papers out, because this is all like a mental fortitude. Like, this is a mental warfare. In a situation like this, where both teams have one guy dead, and you're fighting the Hanzo, and we already knew that the Widow grappled up to where the Hanzo is, you'd be damn sure that the Widow is looking at you and trying to figure out like an angle to get you at. So in that particular case, I would take a shot on the Hanzo, I would grapple backwards and just wait, right? The Widow's going to actively try and look for you the entire time, and that's good. That's good, because your team is all up in their face, and whatever time they can do at this point, because our Tracer died, right? Whatever we can do to stall for more time is better for us in general, because we're playing King of the Hill, right? So it's all about being smart in this particular case, because taking a 1v2 is probably going to be quite unfavorable to you, and all it takes is one Sonic Arrow, and the Widow's probably going to win the fight because she has wallhack. You don't, right? So it's better in this case to play backwards, wait for the Widow to start shooting again, so you know she's not looking at you, and then we take the angle. Like, we re-peek her from where she's shooting, and we play it smarter. Taking the fight right there is... I mean, you're feeling yourself, right? You're playing pretty good. You're hitting your shots. But on the offset that you missed a Hanzo there, which we did, and then we get killed, it kind of doesn't help our team in one way or another. So... obviously, I can tell that you have pretty good aim. You're pretty smart on Widow. If you played this a little bit smarter, I think the situation would have gone completely different, right? You can actually extend the range between you and the Hanzo. If you really want to take the duel, you can play further away to where you can actually react to the arrows flying, or you can play further back to kind of figure out where the Widow is when she starts shooting. So it's all about playing a little bit smarter. Sometimes playing Widow isn't all about getting kills. It's about them looking at you and you playing the hiding game, right? Where they're constantly trying to find you. And every little piece of time that you can save on the point is a win.
Perseverance is my middle name.
Wait, hold on. There's a question. There's a question in the chat. I'm sorry for pausing the VoD so much. Hold. There's two things. Hi, iddqd. I have a question in regards to playing DPS that's playing with a new team in Masters Elo. Do you believe as a DPS that you have to change your playstyle that wins you games for a team that plays slow, or do you have them to play a bit more confident? It all comes down to who the team captain of the team actually is, right? Some teams will play better slow. Some teams play better dive, right? This goes back to the good old saying back in Overwatch 1 where teams were competing against each other, how the European region was really good at playing dive, right? And then the West, aka NA, was playing pretty good in the mid sector, which was like they played a little bit slower and they played more engagey, like together as a def ball. It turns out that playing dive was just better overall because that was stronger. It comes down to whatever your team feels more comfortable playing. If you're a slow team, you can make it work. But if you're a faster team, then you can explore that option as well. It all comes down to how the synergy works between you and your team, and that's something that you're going to have to sit down and figure out on your own, right? It all comes down. Like, if you start talking about it, you guys are going to figure out pretty quickly whether you're fast or slow, and then you just got to play to your strength. That's how it is. In terms of synergy, right? If your team overall, all 4 of them play slow and you play fast, you're going to feel a little bit left out. It's very important that the entire team is on the same page, and if you're not, it's going to show. You might be able to pub stomp some other team because they're not as good as you, but generally speaking, if you go up against a team who's all synergized, all 5 of them, and you're kind of like 4 of you are very synergized, and a 5th one is playing kind of like off the edge, the cracks are going to show, and you're probably not going to defeat like equal good teams. So hopefully that answers your question. Your awesome attitude is what earned my prime sub. Good shit, man. Keep up the awesome content. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's for everyone, dude. Whoa! Okay. Dirty shot.
Evidence suggests a sniper ahead.
Okay.
Watch out.
The point needs to be taken.
Enemy here.
A little bit high. Okay, Tracer should be able to kill the Hanzo. She did. Oh my god, dude. Nice kill on the Moira. We saw the Widow grapple up top, by the way. Okay, now you know she's there. Oh.
Careful.
Okay, good ping. Your Kiriko is dead. Both Widows in this game are popping off in their own right. Oh, she grappled?
No one can hide from my
We saw her grapple, but we didn't react. Okay, the enemy Widow is like 1 HP. Okay, tank the dragon to 1 HP. No biggie. Giga Chad. Fucking Giga Chad. Nice kill on the Widow. Nice kill on the Hanzo. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Your Widow is pretty solid, man. Okay. Okay, I'm actually a little bit surprised that you didn't win that round, considering all the work that you did.
Score
That's actually insane.
1-1.
That is actually insane. Just tank it? Yeah, fucking Giga Chad, dude.
Ready.
Uh-oh, I gotta sneeze. I feel much better.
Wherever they hide, we will
Good Widow
take
round,
them
man.
out.
A little bit of positioning errors that we can work on, but pretty good.
I prefer to walk alone. But I suppose you will do.
Oh la la.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
Don't let your guard down until the end.
You're gonna play Widow on this point. Okay. It's gonna be tough.
Over there.
It's gonna be tough, considering the Kiriko and the Genji.
Enemy in sight. Breathe deep.
Almost.
The objective is
Okay, that Moira really wants your ass, dude. Like, actually. Almost. Okay, good. Grapple towards where the orb came from. Therefore, you will not get any more damage from it.
I needed that.
That's good. What is that Moira up to, dude?
Enemy contact.
Show me why you're made.
Yeah, you saw the Hansel top right.
Watch here.
Yeah. Nice ping.
More
Good
magnificent.
kill. Careful of the Genji. Oh. Again, we need to jump after the grapple hook to get that extra momentum, BLT. Very, very important. Could have got us killed there. So I just want to point that out again. Very, very important that you practice that.
I have you. Keep fighting.
Their Moira is absolutely useless. Holy shit. Like, actually useless.
No one can hide from my sight.
Why not? Why the fuck not? Oh, that's unfortunate with the reflect. It would have been a one-shot too.
Come over here. Let's check it out. Outnumbered. Careful.
Going Genji, huh?
The dragon and I are one.
Okay. Chat, I have a question. I forgot to ask. Is the Genji skin, like the One Punch Man Genji skin, actually like kind of accurate to how it's supposed to be in One Punch Man? Like, is it actually like quite close to the real deal? Yes and no. If that isn't the duality of Twitch chat, I don't know what is.
The enemy outnumbers us.
Nice kill on the Genji. You're up. Oh, unfortunate. You're dominating that other DPS, by the way.
Mistakes will always precede victory.
You're drinking something in your right hand, I can tell, because you're walking forward and not moving your mouse. Taking a sip of your Coca-Cola, probably. Gamer juice. My toes. Ow, 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 ow.
Team kill.
I continue on this path.
What's up?
Almost. Can we build a blade before it's over? I hate giving Genji players tips, okay? I fucking despise it, but there's something that isn't happening here. And there's a way where you could have gotten a blade already, right? So, fuck. So, when you play Genji, right? It's... When you're playing Genji, right, it's very important where you can kind of get around the enemy team, not really give away where your position is, right? And you kind of want to do this thing where a lot of really, really good Genji players, they do this until I have Blade and then take the fight immediately, right? And this is how they build Blade really, really fast. Basically, they'll take like a right side or a left side angle, like away from your team, and then they'll like sneak up from behind. They'll poke a little bit as they get closer, and then they go around here somewhere and they dash through the entire enemy team into safety, right? They keep doing that until they have Blade. We haven't done that on Genji at all. There's been two particular situations where we can kind of make use of that positioning, where we kind of take like a right side angle, we sneak around a little bit, try and get around to our best safe possible. Even if you have to do it like an all circle around, it's probably going to be better. But then you kind of get close, you poke a little bit, you dash through the team for that extra ult charge, and then you move over here and reflect if you have to, right? Rinse and repeat until you have Blade. Dashing through the entire enemy team gives you a lot of ult charge. I kind of just want to point that out because we haven't really been doing that, if any at all. So I kind of just want to say it. It's very, very important to build your blades like this, and this is one thing that a lot of good Genji players do in high rank. I hate giving Genji players tips, but hey man, it is educational, so I gotta. Tough. I mean, obviously, you were the best player on your team, and by a long shot, right? Yeah, I mean, we talked about the positional errors, right? We talked about it on Cole, we talked about Widow, and we talked about Genji. we kind of put it all together, and I think if you were to integrate like the positional errors that I pointed out for you and kind of like how you should play it better, I think that would do a lot for you. I think your aim is pretty fucking good. I would like to see you trying to use the enemy team's movement against them a little bit more when it comes to like playing Cole, for example. You seem to have really sharp aim when it comes to Widow. I don't know if you're more comfortable in Widow than you're on Cole, but it looked like it. There are some positional mistakes in the Widow as well, something that we kind of like went over. So I think if you try to integrate that into your Widow, she's going to be even more deadly. As for the Genji, a lot of the time, there's a misconceived notion with Genji that you have to be like up close and personal and like reflect every single fucking ability that they throw at you. I think more so than often than not that Genji is basically a blade bot, and that blade is so incredibly strong, and especially in team fights like this where everything is like clumped up together, going off on an off angle and kind of like poking a little bit and then dashing through the entire enemy team into safety is the way to go, right? That's how you build a blade in like, I don't know, 30-40 seconds, right? That's how you want to do it. So we didn't really do that, so I want you to kind of utilize that a little bit more. As for the Cole gameplay felt okay, right? But that's as far as it goes. It felt okay. Your nades were a little bit slow, reacting off enemy cooldowns. Your position seemed a little bit aggressive at times, to the point where I'm just like asking myself, like, do we really want to put ourselves in this situation where if you don't hit every single shot, you're just going to die? And I think that we can circumvent that by playing a little bit safer before the round actually starts, and you probably shouldn't get discouraged by dying early. The main concern with Cole is that he doesn't really have any survivability. He has a role, he has the ultimate to kind of like reduce damage coming in, but other than that, it's all about positioning, right? He does a lot of damage, he does pretty well for himself, but for when it comes to it, right, it's very, very important to kind of play the positioning game and be patient with Cole. You can't just be like hyper aggro, unless you have a Mercy. If you have a Mercy, yeah, you can play a little bit more aggressive, but we don't have a Mercy here, so. But as for the positional tips, because that was the number one thing that you wanted to talk about, do you feel like it makes sense to you, Builty? Like the way I discussed kind of like how you should position yourself a little bit more on Widow, how you should do with Genji, how you should do with Cole, like, does it make sense to you? It does? Okay, good. And for the rest of chat, do you feel like it makes sense to you as well? Kind of like the small tips that are going on right now, because a lot of the time, I feel like people watch the VoD reviews that I'm doing, and they go like, yeah, but ID, like, obviously him playing like this on Widow is giving results. Shouldn't they continue doing it? For me personally, I don't want them to be, say hypothetically that Moisty was a bronze player, right? I don't want him to be the king of bronze. I want him to rank up. Do you know what I'm saying? So all my tips are to prepare people for the next rank. Does that make sense? I'm giving them tips because I know that this sort of gameplay will not hold at a higher rank. Does that make sense? So the way I'm thinking about it is like, if I see a positional error that might not get you punished in your rank, but I see them, and I know that I would fucking dome you if that was in my game, I'm just gonna let you know that, hey, listen, we need to improve on this because, you know, if we don't, you're gonna get to the next rank and you're gonna get fucking, you know, you're gonna get destroyed. So for me personally, it's important for me that we try and applicate like tips and hints and positional errors that we point out for people, not just in their own rank, but also when they start to climb upwards. So, you know, they kind of prepare themselves for what's to come. And that's why sometimes it seems a little bit confusing when someone's popping off and I'm still saying, hey man, you can work on your positioning a little bit right now, you can do a little bit better, and people go, yeah, but it's working though, like why should he change it? It could always be better, right? Your positioning can always be better. But anyways, that's what we got.